guys, welcome back to my channel. What we're doing today is a scrunchie and a hair bow. It's very easy to do. You can do this without a sewing machine. If you have a sewing machine, it's bonus, and it's very easy to do. You can do that in about 10 or 15 minutes. So it's very easy, so you can just try this. And so let's get started. Right, so guys, for the scrunchie, it's very easy. So this is the measurement. That is 12 centimeters by 50 centimeters. So the longer side is 50 centimeters and that is 12 centimeters. So what we need to do is to press it. So I'm going to press it just to straighten it up. And then the next thing you do is to turn it to the wrong side of the fabric. So that's the wrong side of the fabric, and you fold it into two. So you fold it into two and then you press it. So easy. You can even do it with a so I've folded it into two. So the next thing you need to do is to just fold just about 1/4 of an inch at the ends. So both ends, you fold it like that. Okay, it's quite easy. And then you fold the other part as well. Just fold it, it's about 1/4 of an inch. It makes it easier when you are sewing. So we folded that part, so we folded this part as well. So that's what it's supposed to be, literally. Okay, so you put it down like that. But before we do that, we are going to sew that together, the ends together. Make sure this is the right side of the fabric and that is the wrong side of the fabric. So the right side of the fabric, you put them together like this and then open this one up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew just about 1/4 of an inch here. All right, so I'm going to sew that and then we'll go from there. Right guys, so I have sewn it together. So this is what I have. So I'm going to open it like this and make sure I press it, open up the seams. Okay, so I open up the seams and I press it. Right, that makes it easier to sew. So the next bit is, you know that we folded it into two, so try and fold it into two like that on the right side, please. So that is the right side. Fold that into two. So when you iron it before, you can still iron it again if you want to, but this is just a quick one. And because we did put the 1/4 of an inch at the end, so we try to do that, so it makes it easier. Okay, so try to fold the ones that we ironed it, fold that in, and then put them there. So that's supposed to be like that. So I'm going to put some clips there. So I'm going to clip this side, and then I'm going to sew that bit. So what I'm going to do is, after clipping out the side, that helps me to sew it quicker anyway. So clip this side and that side. Because you ironed it, it makes it so easy to clip it on. You can use pins if you don't have any clips. Pins is allowed. You can still use pins. What I'm doing now, I'm trying to put the ends together, and then I'm going to sew that bit. So as easy as that. Scrunchies is really easy to do. So yeah, so that's really it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can even use some hand stitches. Stitches. I'm going to sew round, and I leave just a bit, just about an inch. I'll leave just about an inch, and I'm going to use that bit to put in the elastic for the scrunchie. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sew round and leave just an inch to put the elastic there. Right guys, so I have sewed all this part and I left just that bit. It's about an inch or just a small, and I'm going to put this elastic there. This elastic is about 22 centimeters long. Okay, so we are going to insert that into the scrunchie. So this is what I do. I put on a safety pin and then you put it through. It's as quick as that. Okay, yeah, so this doesn't really take that long. It takes about just about 10-15 minutes to make this scrunchie. It's very easy, so you can just do that for your child. So that is just done. I'm just taking it out of the safety pin. So the next thing is I am going to just do a knot, just a 3 knots way, so that it won't come off. So that's one. I'm doing a second knot just to stabilize it, and the third one just to make sure that it doesn't come off. Okay, so just to make sure that everything is done. As you can see, it's not coming off. So you place that inside the scrunchie. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it looks really nice guys. I'm going to sew this bit, the one that I left, the gap that I left. I'm going to sew it back on and I'll show you the end product. Yeah guys, so I finished sewing the small part that I left, and so now it's finished. That's the scrunchie for you. It's very nice, and I've done a few of them as well. That looks very beautiful, and that one as well. It's very easy to do. It takes about 15 minutes just to do one of it. So that's it. So let's move on to the bows. Right guys, moving on to the bow. This is what I'm using the same material. The dimensions for this bow is 11.5 inch, and that is 6 inch. So that's 6 inch and that is 11.5 inch. So what we are going to do, I've pressed it already, so I'm going to fold it into 2 like this. Okay, fold it into 2 like that, and then press it. Right, so what I am going to do, this is the wrong side of the fabric, so what I'm going to do is to sew straight stitch right on the long side of it, and then we'll go from there. Right guys, so I have finished sewing this part, just about a quarter of a seam allowance. Okay, so what I need to do is to just open it up. So I'm just turning it around. Okay, okay, so I've turned it around. So what I need to do now is to make sure the seam, where the seam is, that's where the seam is, make sure the seam is in the middle like this. Okay, and I'm going to press that. So if I press it this way with the seam in the middle like that, and then we'll continue from there. Okay guys, so I have pressed it, so you can see the seam is in the middle. So the next thing to do is to fold it. So I want to do a crease, just fold this into 2 like this. Okay, so I know that that is supposed to be the middle, so that's the middle. So fold it like this, side onto the middle, and that side also onto the middle. Let it overlap just a little bit like that. Okay, it's overlap just a little bit. So we are going to do the boat then, so we have to fold it. Let me just see that everything is really equal. Okay, yeah, so we are going to do the bow. So we fold it this way, this one, fold it that way, it's 2, that way 3, and then that way that's 4. So that's supposed to be the bow. Okay, and what I'm going to do to secure it, I'll just put a using a needle, just put it through just to secure it, and then we can put the band in the middle like that. So I'll just put that to secure that like this. Yep. Okay, so I'll just cut this through. Right, so that is the bow. So what I'm going to do, I want to use one of these hairbands. Okay, so that's a blue black one, and I want to, for the middle part, I want to use I'm contemplating between that and the gold one. Maybe I'll choose the white ribbon, a different kind of ribbon. So I'll choose the white ribbon for that. Right guys, so this is the right side of it. So using my glue gun, I'll put a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of glue there. Okay, and then I put that there just to stick onto that. And then because I want to add it onto this one, depends on where you want to place it. I want to place it right there, so you put it there like that. So what I normally do is to put a little bit there to stick that onto the fabric. Okay, and then you put a little bit on the headband. And then what I do is I cut the excess, and then the other side, bring the other side onto it as well. So I'll put a little bit of glue there. And then you put it on like that. And you cut the excess. Right, so you can see I've stuck it onto there. So that is your bow. Really beautiful. Alright, so that goes with our scrunchie as well. So you have the bow and you have the scrunchie, and then you can use it. Very easy to do actually. This one you don't need any sewing machine, so you can just do that. And you can also do the scrunchie without any sewing machine. So guys, this is it. You have a scrunchie and you have a bow. So if you want to do that, just follow the instructions on and do that. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If put on your post notifications so that when I put on a new video, you'll be able to be notified of that. Thanks for watching.